federal appeals court judge in Colorado. To them, he had emerged as the right man to fill the seat, if not the shoes, of the revered Antonin G. Scalia, the justice whose death in early 2016 had touched off the whole political drama. What not everyone in that nondescript room knew was that a few of them saw this as the initial step in filling not one Supreme Court seat, but two. They believed that Justice Anthony M. Kennedy, the 80-year-old swing vote on the court, could soon be encouraged to step down, creating a second vacancy. McGahn was among them, and he had already made up his mind about the pick for the Kennedy opening and confided in Bannon. It would be Brett M. Kavanaugh, 51, a member of the highly influential U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, and a fixture in Washington's Republican political and legal circles. It was Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, back to back. One top Trump official at the meeting remembered. The play was called. McGahn had the clout with Trump to make it happen. His work for Trump and his handling of the campaign's judicial list, which had shored up conservative support and acclaim for Trump, gave the incoming president tremendous confidence in McGahn and earned him wide latitude when it came to judges. Others would be evaluated and interviewed, their names circulated in media leaks. During the screening, someone else might conceivably rise to the top and supplant Gorsuch or Kavanaugh. Trump would have the final say on his picks, though he was certain to be heavily swayed by the recommendations of McGahn and Leonard Leo, the executive vice president of the Federalist Society, an influential organization of conservative lawyers. Leo was a major force in conservative judicial politics, and had helped McGahn with compiling Trump's judicial list during the campaign. But McGahn knew whom he favored, and his motivation was clear. Gorsuch and Kavanaugh were known for writing powerful opinions aimed at diluting the influence of government bureaucrats, the administrative state, as it is derisively known to conservatives like McGahn, Leo, and Bannon. In elite conservative legal circles, the two judges were considered thought leaders for interpreting the law as a means to strip power from the state. McGahn himself was an unusual mix of conventional Washington Republican and formerly long-haired radical libertarian, who was an excellent guitar player in a beach bar cover band on the side. He may have been a card-carrying conservative, but he still carried a musician's union card. His selection as White House counsel had thrust him into a rarefied legal world. Obsessed with the composition of the federal courts, he would now have tremendous authority over the selection and confirmation of judicial nominees, and not just for the Supreme Court. In negotiating his agreement to join the Trump administration, McGahn had won unparalleled power from Trump to select nominees for the federal bench. Inflamed and inspired by the fight over Robert Bork's nomination to the High Court in 1987, McGahn had received law degrees at Widener University and Georgetown after doing his undergraduate work at Notre Dame. He had been a campaign finance attorney, working for the National Republican Congressional Committee and a host of name-brand conservative clients. He was eventually nominated to the Federal Election Commission by President George W. Bush and was confirmed by the Senate with an eager assist from Senator Mitch McConnell, the Republican leader and longtime foe of campaign finance restrictions. After his Senate confirmation in 2008, he was sworn in by a former Bush administration operative sitting on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, Brett M. Kavanaugh. McGahn still had the picture taken in Kavanaugh's chambers after the swearing-in, stored with his memorabilia at home. "That guy is going to be on the Supreme Court someday," he told Shannon Flaherty, his future wife, as they left the ceremony. As chairman of the FEC, McGahn set out to weaken the regulatory role of the agency, just as McConnell had counted on. McGahn was considered a holy terror there by Democrats and campaign finance watchdogs. By persuading the other two Republican appointees to consistently vote with him, he brought the FEC's work to a halt and sought to disrupt the agency and limit its investigatory power. He left the agency in 2013 to join a private practice. In late 2014,